Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas for UFC 207 alongside the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion Amanda Nunes, who of course defends her title this Friday live on pay-per-view against the returning Ronda Rousey. Amanda, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. What a unique week this is for you. Your first fight week as champion. What's it been like?
Being a little bit busy, but everything is smooth and training was everything fine. Here in Vegas too, I come a little bit early and now everything ready.
So it's interesting to hear you say that it's been busy because, of course, one of the big stories of the week has been that Ronda isn't doing any of the traditional media, and as a result, you didn't have to go to the media day today as well. When did you find out that you wouldn't have to do this?
I find out the same day you guys find out, and it was fine for me. Better I can rest more, getting focused on my weight cut and everything.
Did you ask them why? Because this is very unique. It's never been done before where the headliner doesn't have to go to the media day.
I don't ask anything because I'm fine with this fight. I know it's gonna be like that. Everything about her, and was for me, everything's fine.
On the flip side, some people like myself have said, if Amanda showed up today to the media day by herself and said, I'm here for the media, I'm the people's champion, I want to talk to the media, people would be very excited. They'd like you a lot. It would be one of those nice things. Did you consider going just to kind of prove that you weren't afraid to speak to the media?
Honestly, I don't want to do anything to piss off the organization.
Okay.
If Dana White call me and then tell me to go, I will go. But I'm not gonna show up there without the show tell me to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do everything that I have in my schedule, but the only thing I will be there Friday night.
Do you feel like you've been robbed of a little bit of this experience? Being champion, part of being champion for the first time is, getting that attention, getting the spotlight. Do you feel like it has been dampened a little bit because you can't do all this stuff?
Like I said, fine for me. I don't really kind of look for those things. I kind of keep everything simple. I don't like to be in the camera all the time. I'm a little bit shy. And I don't like to do interview because in English, always sometimes I messed up the word. I hate that. And for me, I'm okay. I know like my next defense is gonna be amazing.
Yeah. What do you think it says about Ronda? Because it's clear that Ronda was the one who asked for this, right? And like I said, it's never been done before. So for you, her opponent, does this tell you that, she's afraid to talk to the media, she's hiding something, she's not in the right, mind space? What does this say to you when you find out that she's asked not to do this?
Honestly, I don't know what is wrong with her. I think this is an easy thing to do. Talk, everybody wanna see her, all the fans wanna see, and all the media wanna talk to her because she's been out for so long and never talked to nobody. And people putting her there, she kind of like no do anything about it. Like kind of, forget about. And I think she's supposed to do everything. I think UFC is supposed to make her do it because this is a huge show, and everybody wanna talk to her. And she like doing that. I don't know why, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Does it make you happy a little bit? Like, do you kind of look at this scenario and say, okay, she's a little weak mentally right now, she's trying to hide from the media, so this gives me an advantage going into the fight?
I don't think about that because soon close that door in the cage, everything can happen. And for some reason, she don't want to do the whole media. And I really don't know what is going on with her head right now.
As you may know, Ronda is represented, her management, she's represented by the new owners of the UFC, WME. Does that make you feel weird at all? This is the first time that she's fighting since the UFC was sold. And you saw the promo. Joe Rogan mentioned that it was very one-sided as well. It was not a lot about you. It was 99% about her. Do you feel like it's an uncomfortable thing because they represent her? That's their client. Mm-hmm. Naturally, they're probably going to want her to win. They wanted her to win before they bought the company. Now, what has changed, really? Do you think about that stuff? Does it make you feel weird?
It's a little bit weird. And I feel like UFC is not that much about the best one in the division. Not about that much the champion. It's about the people that he like, UFC like. And for me, I kind of like know that I'm okay. Is the only thing I want they respect. and then give it to me the fight that I asked for, and then everything's gonna be okay for me. And I asked for Ronda Rousey, and they give it to me. This is the thing that I look for. Every time that I ask something, UFC can give it to me, and whatever they wanna do with the promoter or whatever, I'm okay with.
When you first saw that promo, what did you think? How did you react?
Normal, because
Okay.
we expect that.
Okay.
We know it's gonna be everything about Ronda Rousey. That's why I asked for this fight.
Right.
Because I know it's gonna be huge like that. UFC is gonna promote it so much. This is good because the pay-per-view is gonna sell a lot.
Yeah.
This is the thing that I also look for, because we are fighting. Our body needed to be good. For us to take care of our body, we need money to make everything good in our career. And this is a big thing. It's a big show, big card, and I'm excited.
So Dana White mentioned earlier today that you're getting pay-per-view points for the first time, which is great.
It's
Congratulations.
great. Yeah, thank you.
Does a part of you feel like, okay, if she did a little more media, more pay-per-views, I get more money? You know what I mean? Do you feel like by her doing less media, it will lead to less pay-per-views?
I feel like this the last show of the year.
Yeah.
Whatever she do, doesn't matter. Everybody wanna see this fight.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna buy the pay-per-view to see this. Nothing's gonna change it. The only thing is gonna change it that night is gonna be I walk out the cage with my belt, because everybody expects she's gonna win. But she's definitely gonna win. I'm ready for this fight, mentally, spiritually, and physically.
Have you seen the pictures of her since she's come here? There's been some photos of her embedded. And if so, what do you think of how she looks? Because at least from my perspective, it seems like she's in the best shape of her career. I'm wondering if you think the same.
Yeah, I saw one picture. Yeah, she look ready. That's why I tell everybody, like, don't think like that. She's been training. She's been ready. This is the Ronda Rousey that I trained for, And I expect a great fighter there, and that's what I'm ready for.
Has it been hard to keep focusing on that Ronda Rousey when everyone's saying like she's weak, she's mentally weak, she's done, she wants to retire, she doesn't want to talk? Like, you're trying to prepare for the killer Ronda Rousey, and all this other talk is about the weaker Ronda Rousey. Have you been battling that in your mind?
I've been in this sport so long.
Okay.
I been doing a lot of things. I know a lot of people. I know how to do it. Those things people talk about and everything. I take it like normal and keep focusing and not changing my mind. I know I'm capable to do, and I will do.
What's the biggest lesson that you learned from her loss to Holm? And did you focus more on that performance than her previous ones, because that was the one where we saw the holes in her game?
Yeah, that one was a big one. I studied a lot that fight too. Also the other ones too, because she don't show that much in her fight against Holm, and then I have to go back and then see a couple things. And I mix everything together and then watch only one video. And kind of like a breakdown.
Okay.
And I have this video, and then I watch it all Ronda Rousey. The good things, the bad things.
Every day?
Not every day, but all the time when I go training, I look again.
Okay. Are you surprised that you're the betting underdog, that the odds makers here in Las Vegas have her listed as the favorite and you as champion as the underdog? Does that surprise you?
No.
No?
I really respect everything that happened right now.
Where's the respect for the champ?
I don't know. But
Do you feel disrespected?
no, I definitely not. Ronda Rousey was the biggest name in this division for so long. And like Dana White said, she was the one changing his mind. And I'm okay. Nothing's going to change anyways. If I get pissed off or whatever happen, everything's going to be bad for me.
Right.
I have to keep it composed and calm, and then do my work in Friday night, and then everything's going to change. I have to show things to people. People only work like that. Now, if I talk, nobody's going to respect me. If I show everybody I'm ready to be the champion for a while, people are going to start to respect me, especially UFC.
Are a lot of people, your friends, betting on you because you're the underdog, make some money? Did you tell them to do that?
I know.
No?
If they want to do, okay, but I don't tell them to do.
Do you recall the first time you thought about or dreamed about fighting Ronda? How long ago?
No, it's not a dream, fight Ronda Rousey. I want to fight Ronda Rousey because at the time she was the champion. But now everything's changing. She's the challenger. I'm the champion.
Right.
And everybody in the division at the time, we want to fight the best. And Ronda Rousey was the best at the time. But now, only now because for me, Ronda Rousey is still the biggest name in this division.
Right.
And it makes more sense to me fight Ronda Rousey than nobody else, even anybody in this division.
I remember when you debuted, I think it was in Elite XC against Julia Budd, and you knocked her out in a matter of seconds, right?
I was the underdog too.
You were the underdog, yes, and people were saying this is the next person to fight Cyborg. This because you were fighting at 145.
Yeah,
so back then, where you weren't thinking of Ronda, she wasn't the champion yet. You could that Amanda Nunes ever dream of this scenario? You're fighting the biggest name in the sport, pay-per-view points, Las Vegas main event. I mean, it's pretty amazing what's happened to you in the last few years, right? Do you think about that a lot?
Yeah, everything that happened with me, I dreamed it before, and I only did everything little by little, step by step, and then now I live my dream. And for sure, that night was one like making me like realize I will gonna be the best one day, and that night was huge because everybody think Julia Budd is gonna, be devastated, and then everything's changing.
If you win this fight, are you the fighter of the year? Should you win that award? There's a lot of good contenders this year. Michael Bisping, Stipe Miocic, Conor McGregor. But you'd be 3-0, beat Ronda, beat Miesha Tate, UFC 200. Should you win that award in your opinion?
Yes, I really deserve that.
Yes.
I will be there because I'm gonna be nominated and I win.
Okay.
I'm gonna be for sure.
And if you win this belt, would you like to fight the 145 champion and be a dual champion as well, or are you going to stick to 135?
I don't think it makes sense to go up
Okay.
because I'm the best in this division. I will stay. Maybe go down makes sense for me because if you go up, it takes longer
Sure.
to build muscles, to go do all those things. But I will keep it 135 for now.
You mentioned to me earlier that your sister is going to be cornering you for the first time. How did this happen?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
She asked me one time, and then I said, yeah, it's why now. This is the best moment in my career. She helped me a lot, went through in Brazil, everything, and I think she deserves it.
Wow.
I think it's going to be awesome. See her face,
Yeah.
and share this moment with her, with the person who helped me a lot. I think it's going to be fun.
So you've allowed yourself to enjoy this ride to the biggest fight of your career, your first title defense. While the media maybe has been focusing on all this drama, you're happy. You're in a good place, right? You're enjoying everything.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm a very simple girl. I like to be around people loving me. This is making me happy.
Yeah.
And my sister, my girlfriend, my friends here, this make me happy, and went through this thing till Friday with my friends and my family. It's the best thing happened.
And speaking of dreaming, does one scenario keep coming up in your mind? Like, how do you win this fight? Does a picture keep coming when you think about fighting Ronda, December 30th, UFC 207? How do you envision beating her?
Honestly, I have a lot of ways,
Okay.
to this fight can go, and I keep like I said for the UFC 200, keeping my patience and then wait for the best moment. I know she's gonna do the mistake, and I will capitalize.
You think early?
Maybe early,
Okay.
and I really don't know. I'm excited, This is the one thing that I like to see how the fights go, to try to finish as fast as I can.
Do you think this will be her last fight?
I think so. How things go, she don't know how to do it, media, everything. How big she is, she don't know how to do it. This, I think, is going to be the next one.
And final thing for me, do you think this moment, when you win the fight, they put the belt back on your waist, will it feel better than the 200 win because of who it is, because of how big this fight is, or do you think nothing will ever top that moment back in July?
That moment was amazing. But this one, I really going to prove everybody I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
And then I think it's going to be big because everybody's going to start to respect me as a champion.
Then things will change. Then you'll get the attention you deserve.
Exactly. But we will see, I'm ready for everything, and I will be the champ for a while.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the time. Obrigado, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you so much.